Hey there, my name is Dr. Nought. This is Steve Jackson's Sorcery, Part 3, and today we are in this city. After defeating 2 of the serpents, one down here, the Earth Serpent, one up here, the Moon Serpent, let us check this place out. And we'll start in the High City. You follow the winding, climbing, stepped streets into the upper reaches of the city. Low hovels and clustered dwellings are replaced by larger buildings, mansions, palaces, and central offices. You pass one building, dabbed in red paint with 2 doors. Above one door is a sign with a picture of a fanged tooth. Above the other is a metal implement that looks like a small pair of tongs. Okay. You open the door to find it leads into a wide hall, which the other door also opens onto. In a large chair at one end sits a man with a tight-fitting leather cap. On a low table at his elbow rests an array of metal implements. He stands as you enter. Okay. I don't know about this, but let's do it. Greetings, declares the merchant. Are you here to buy or to sell? A strange question, since there appears to be nothing on sale, unless the goods are all behind the curtain that covers the back wall. What is your trade? You ask, puzzled. He seems surprised. You didn't see the sign? You are a supplier of magical artifacts? Well, this is Tin Pang, home of the miners of minor magic. He laughs, then falls quiet, seeing her lack of comprehension. But do I take it, then, you are simply not in the market for teeth? Teeth? Indeed, teeth of all kinds. What kinds do you sell? I have a few rarities in my possession today. A genuine Firefox tooth, 2 Snadycat teeth, and my prized possession, the tooth of a rock demon. Alright, how much for the rock demon? Tooth. Ah, he replies with a gleam, you are a man of taste, I see. Zquix! How do you even say that? He snaps his fingers, and a stooped figure appears from the back, carrying an enormous crystal rock. It is clearly extremely heavy. In perfect condition, as you see, the man replies, virtually flawless. Yours for a mere 32 gold pieces. You look it over. The tooth shape is indistinct, ridges and whirls in a crystal cube. The sense of magic surrounding it is palpable. You politely decline. It is more expensive than I can pay. Don't admit that. What are you admitting that for? Let's see what the Firefox tooth. How much for the Firefox? You can take it from me, the merchant replies. Just 5 gold pieces. What good is a Firefox tooth, you ask? The merchant smiles. A curious beast, the Firefox. It contains the elemental nature of fire within itself. The teeth can be broken to ignite a small flame, he demonstrates, breaking an imaginary fang between his hands. Are you interested? Nah. You shake your head. I have a spell for that purpose. The merchant nods. As you will. How much for the Snadycat? Snadycat teeth are very valuable, he replies. 10 gold pieces each. Yowza. You decide against it. You are clearly no great magician, he agrees. What the? You hold your pack in your money pouch. He shrugs, clearly having already marked you for not a big spender. Now, have you considered selling a tooth of your own, the man asks, with a beaming smile. One of your molars, perhaps? A molar from good stock is always a precious commodity. Ow. How much for a molar? For one of yours, well, he sighs a happy sigh, I would say 30 gold pieces at least? Are you serious? You're strong and intelligent. I can see that much from the curve of your incisors. Would that seem fair to you? I'm gonna go higher. I don't think... This is insane. That is not enough. He smiles. Perhaps I can go as high as 35, especially if the root is in good condition. Oh my god. This is like hurting me. Should I sell a tooth? I think I will. Oh my god. The man beams with pleasure and counts out 35 gold pieces, which he places in a stack on a low table next to a pair of iron tongs. Then he stands from his chair and gestures for you to sit down. So I would consider snatching the money and running, but we're in a building and I worry that we're gonna get caught. I'm gonna... I know this is just a game, but like, holy crap, this is like painful for me. Okay, let's do it. Oh, it only does 3 stamina. Okay. Nervously, you lower yourself into the chair. The merchant locks one door and then the other. Now, he says, please don't scream too loudly, or my neighbors will complain. What follows is protracted and painful. The man puts one foot up on the armrest of the chair to gain enough leverage. Oh my god. And then shoves the tongue so deep into your mouth that you gag. Then with a combination of yanking, twisting, tugging, and hammering, he finally draws the tooth from your gum with a sickening squelch. You are left sweating and dizzy. Your tooth disappears into the back room. Holy crap, look at that! You gasp and try to recover your strength. Do you have anything more to sell? He asks as he presses a towel to your bleeding mouth and drops the money into your pouch. No more You cry desperately. He smiles broadly. Perhaps another one tomorrow, then. Let's just leave. I don't need to buy a tooth. Yeah, let's just leave. With a final glare at the man in his horrendous chair, you return to the street. Your mouth is still aching and throbbing, but perhaps a little less than before. You move along. The streets are quieter here, with few passers-by. But there are still no guards, no soldiers, no priests, no children playing. It is as though this whole city is purely a place of workers and foremen, a mining town. That was what the dentist had said. Ugh, my gosh. Alright, let's go to the main square. We need to heal ourselves now. You stop in a plaza. A woman passes by wearing a wrapped headscarf and carrying what looks like a basket of rocks. Just keep walking. Why do I have to talk to everybody? She seems in a hurry, and her basket is no doubt heavy. You do not greet her, but she frowns at you as she passes. I'm gonna frown back. You frown in return, and she seems to almost leap with fright. I cannot stop, she says. I must deliver the sunrock. We work hard for the Archmage. With that, she scurries away down the street and disappears. You can't frown at me. I'm gonna frown back at you. What the hell? Alright, to the alleys, then. You take a turn down the narrower alleys of the city, picking your way between sleeping dogs and rubbish heaps, till suddenly a tiny hand reaches out to catch your ankle. Knew you were there, see? Groans a voice. Tell you more if you want. Who's there, you demand? No reason you should know me. You still cannot see the speaker, but the tiny hand seems to emerge from a pile of rotting vegetables. You look more closely and spy two eyes between cabbages leaves and goat bones. I see you, I see you. The voice declares cheerfully. What? For 1 gold piece, I'll tell you your fortune. How's that? Let's lie. I have no gold. The voice hums and haws to itself. Didn't see that, it admits finally. Well, when you see the still sleeping cat, you'll be sorry. What cat? 1 gold piece, the voice replies. I make my own fortune, you reply firmly. And keep it, seems like, the voice grumbles. Well, when you see the still sleeping cat, you'll be sorry. Should we just go in circles? What cat? 1 gold piece. I'm just gonna walk away. This is nonsense. You hurry away down the alley, leaving the voice sniggering to itself. This is the whole city? This is it? Oh my gosh. Alright. Well, I made a fortune by selling a molar, which is just insane. You return to the tower. As you walk, the buildings crumble, their walls caving in, sand pouring like water from doorways and filling the empty streets. One by one, the people turn corners and disappear. Let's just hope there's not another snake waiting for us. The gloomy shade of the tower encompasses you. You could return up the tower or back out into the street. Up. Up we shall go. Alright, let us adjust the beam. I have no reason to go back, I don't think. What I'm going to do is get rid of that serpent, and I'm going to do something... Let's see. So, we see... Okay, if we do this like this, we've got all the boats and these 3 buildings. If I keep going outwards to hit... I think I want to hit the far side too. Just enough to make sure I hit that. So that we're probably going to have to cross. The serpent's gone, which is not a bad thing. Then we can stop at this house, I think, and then there are these 2 things. I think this is fine. Alright, let us climb down. And away from the tower. We should go explore the ruins too. You leave the tower base. Another night begins. You should find a place to sleep, especially after going all day without eating. Yeah, I was really hoping we get some food in that city. The silence of the city is a sudden shock once more. All the people you saw earlier, all of them disappeared like sunlight behind a cloud. Let's check this out. Probably gonna get into some trouble, but it's okay. The ruins of the city are quite extensive. Whatever happened here, it scooped away great sections of the city, as though the streets were raked by gigantic claws. Oh god. The grandest houses are those near the cliff face. Further from the slope, the dwellings become smaller and less remains. More stars come out. You head upwards towards the cliff face, jumping over cracks in the ground, and then clambering from the roof of one building into the gaping doorway of the next. Mosaics in the floor and painted walls speak the great wealth, but their patterns can no longer be discerned. You search every corner and look through every window and crack, but you find nothing. It seems that when whoever lived here left, they took everything they could carry with them. On the highest street above the city, you find a house, perhaps the grandest so far, whose stones are dabbed in bright red paint. Yes, this is where we took our tooth thing. You look inside the walls of the red-painted house. Nothing remains, of course, just the outlines in the stone of a small room with a fire pit at the back. Something white lies in the hearth, perhaps the remains of something long since burned. If that's our tooth, I swear to God. You go over to the fireplace, and what look at first like discarded dice turn out to be a set of teeth. You turn them over in your hands, trying to place what creature they are from. Probably us. Human? No, they are too sharp. These are the teeth of a predator, so probably a goblin? No, though they are curved and cruel, they lack the rough edges of a goblin's tooth. Then it strikes you they resemble nothing so much as a cat's teeth. Only they are each the size of your thumb. These are most likely teeth from the snatty cats of the forest to the west. Nice. You place them into your pack. Perhaps they will be useful to you at some point. You blow away the last of the dust from the teeth, but in doing so, reveal one more buried even deeper in the ancient grate. This tooth is a different shape. Rectangular, squat, and most likely human. That's ours. You lift it up and turn it around between your fingers. It is instantly familiar, with your tongue moving to the place on your gum from where the molar was taken. It is somewhat worn since then, but only somewhat. The many years have been kind. It seems, then, that the merchant paid too much for it, since he was never able to sell it. Put it back in your mouth? No, I'm not gonna put it back in my mouth. Are you kidding me? Slide the tooth into your pouch, but it's hard to see how it might prove useful. There's nothing more to be found here. Alright, further on. That's the only way to go. It's further on. You continue along the curving street until you pass a large doorway in the surprisingly intact ruins of a hall. Lying in the doorway is what looks like a massive, oversized finger. Okay. A dead giant, perhaps? If so, you might be able to acquire a few more precious teeth to add to your collection. Why would I want to do that? You follow the line of the finger inside the building along the length of an arm that disappears under a pile of rubble and stones. Oh, I shouldn't do this. You go over to the rubble and begin to haul it away. Once you have cleared a few rocks, you begin to see the first wisps of thick hair from the giant's beard underneath the stone. If he is in fact dead, he cannot have died too long ago. I should probably stop. You keep working, removing stones with an aim to reaching the giant's lower jaw. Why are we so infatuated with teeth now? But after removing a flat slab of stone from across his mouth, you are struck by a hot, wet blast of breath. The giant is not dead at all. He is sleeping. Let's leave. There is an old adage that one should let sleeping giants lie, so you quickly move away. Your loop of the upper city is finished. The stars turn in the sky overhead. Should watch out for cats, as this guy said. Probably shouldn't go over here, but we'll go. You walk through the ruins of the buildings that spread across the floor of the valley. One seems to be a large warehouse, though whatever was stored here has been taken by the winds long ago. You pick your way over a low wall and through the shattered outline of a family home. A vague depression in one corner indicates an old fire pit. You scratch in the dirt of the fire pit for a time, but find nothing beyond a few shards of broken pottery. You leave the old house by what was once the doorway. Scratched on the doorstep is a chiseled mark, perhaps a drawing of some kind. You squat to examine the marks. They were perhaps once more detailed, and are almost worn away by the scouring dust. A cat, large and striped, is curled up into a ring for warmth. No, just keep going. You loop through another house, but find nothing. These streets have been reduced to mere marks in the dust. There are no signs left to tell you what happened here, and nothing more to be discovered. Cold night lingers on. Apparently we have to go. You leave the city by the old road. A little light glows in the east. This is not a place to linger. Alright, we're in this small new area. Look at this. Day 12. You gained a large amount of gold, plus 34. Explored... Wait, plus 34? I thought I was paid 35. What the F? Explored the city of Tin Pang, and you defeated the Earth Serpent and the Moon Serpent, meaning there are now only 4 serpents remaining. I wonder if we don't fight them along the way. Oh, damn it. Wonder if we don't fight them along the way, if they're gonna all show up at the end or something. That would be terrible. The road curves gently as you follow it. Begin to hear the distant sound of chatter and cartwheels on the stone. In the distance, the sun breaks over the horizon. You have been awake all night and are weaker for it, so -4 stamina for that. The road begins to bustle with people who seem to emerge through the dust and mist and rumble past in their carts. Of all the strange things you have seen out in the wastes, this is the strangest. These people come from nowhere and go nowhere, and the same travelers pass by again and again, waving the same greetings down to you. You stride on through the crowds. After a few minutes, you encounter a small girl, sitting on her own and staring into the distance. You go over to her and squat down on your ankles. "Greetings, little girl," you begin. The girl looks up at you sharply. "You're in the wrong place," she says, "aren't you?" In a manner of speaking, yes, you tell her. "I can see it," she says. "No one else seems to notice, but I can see it." "What can you see?" "I think it must be a curse," she replies thoughtfully. "Adults are so forgetful. They forget everything." "I do not understand." She points up the road towards the great stone arch at the entrance to the city. "When did they rebuild that?" she asks. "I have seen that arch broken," you tell her. She nods. "I knew it. Didn't I say? You're in the wrong place. I could tell by the way you were looking at people. Are you the one that stole my parents?" "No," you tell her. She shakes her head, then stands abruptly. "Hitting you." "I think you are. I can tell you are. No one else can see it, but you can. It was you, and I want them back." With that, she rushes away, and is quickly lost in the strange mists. All is quiet once more. You follow the old road. The road seems to break and shatter as you walk. The air stirs a little, still cold but fresh. You continue on your way. The lake shore. I thought it said the last shore. Let's just cross through the grass here. I need to rest. Seriously, I need food. I need a fire to cook my raw meat that I'm carrying for over a day now. You follow the road as it curves and bends, and finally begins to descend until it reaches the shores of the lake. All around is hustle and bustle. The area above the shore teems with stalls and shoppers, and at the waterline, fishermen tend their boats, punting them out into the water. In the distance, you can make out a tall tower rising from one of the lake's many islands. A few clouds turn in the sky. Alright, let's go to the stalls, I guess. On the other side of the bay area from the waterfront is a line of stalls. Most sell food, grilled fish, and fruit. But there is also a bottle seller selling stoppered bottles. We're gonna buy as much as we can. You greet the fruit seller, who waves his hand across his selection. 1 apple, 2 gold pieces, he declares. Finest Zanzunu apples. Okay. I'll buy some apples, you tell the hawker. He nods. How many? Let's take 2. That's 4 gold to you, the man replies, accepting her coins. You put the fruit into the pack. I'm gonna take as much as I can here. We're gonna get as many rations. The fishmonger is a large woman who wields an enormous cleaver. "I'll chop it and grill it for you," she announces, staring you threateningly in the eye. 4 gold pieces per head. Sure, fine. "This one's bigger than the rest," the woman advises you, pointing at one of the fish in particular. "But the difference is not discernible to your eye." I'll buy it. You pay the woman 4 gold pieces and she slaps a fish onto her griddle, squeezes it over the lemon, throws on a couple of unlikely looking herbs, and then lets it fry. After a few minutes and a smell that makes your stomach ache with hunger, she slides the cooked fish off the griddle and onto some thick cheesecloth for carrying. The skin is so hot it makes your fingers blister to the touch. Let's eat it. You eat the fish then and there before it grows cold. It is excellent, succulent, and clearly only caught a few hours previously. Goma nods. I see you're enjoying that. You nod in thanks, and she spins her cleaver in reply. You stop at the bottle seller's stall. He has shelves and shelves of bottles, all of different shapes and sizes and colors. A few are filled, but most are empty. You greet the bottle seller. You scan over the filled bottles. Most seem to contain nothing but colored water, and are probably filled simply to show off the craftsmanship of the glass. Oh. But a rack at the front appears to contain Blimberry Potion, and the row behind is labeled Holy Water from the Temple of the Mule. You have a lot of bottles here, you remark. The bottle seller smiles. It is not my passion, if that is what you mean, but I am very, very good at making bottles, as you can see. Can you tell me how much they cost? Blimberry Potions, the finest sourced from the wet marsh of Lake Ilklala itself, 7 gold pieces each. It's very expensive, you observe. It's not entirely the cost of the liquid, he answers. The bottle is highest quality as well. I don't think so. You smile and shake your head. How about the holy water? It's most valuable, the hawker says. An excellent wedding present, for example, and good for magic, hence the high craftsmanship of the glass. 10 gold pieces. Holy water could be helpful against a dragon. Let's buy one. He hands it over carefully. Be careful of the glass, he says. So how much are the empty bottles? Look over the man's collection of empty bottles. They come in... Oh, we can't even buy any. They come in every size, from that of your thumb up to tankards as large as your thigh. There are thin bottles and portly bottles, and bottles in every shade of colored glass. Some twist and corkscrew, some are delicately fluted, most are very well made indeed. You bid farewell to the bottle seller. You move away from the stalls. The rising winds tug at your hair and cloak. I kind of want to go back and buy more apples. Can I do that? Because I can get 1 ration per. That's actually really good. You walk down to the shoreline. The water looks clean and inviting, though it is almost certainly freezing cold. In the far distance, boats punt this way and that between scattered islands. I'm not gonna swim across the lake. Let's step away. I wonder if I can go back. You turn back to the waterline towards the bustling waterfront area. As the sun climbs towards its zenith, the winds pick up. I'm not gonna swim. Alright, let's see if we can walk out and come back in. Like... Alright. Can I go back? No, what? I can't? Why can't I go back? Alright, let's see what we have to do here. I don't want to go... Okay, there you go. It's like, I don't want to keep going this way. I was just trying to see if I can go back to this. There we are. Alright. Oh. Wait for nightfall. What happens at nightfall? We should wait, actually. We should. Let's buy some more fruit. This is not a bad price. Okay, that's really good. Okay. What I want to do is I ate fish. I want to go and sleep, if possible. You spend the afternoon on the shore, watching the sun go down across the mountains to the west. Then gather your cloak as the cold night sets in. The stallholders and fishermen pack away, departing the shoreline in all directions, and disappearing from view as they leave the light from the distant beacon. Soon you are quite alone. Looking across the water, you have a strong sense of how far you still have to go. You cannot hope to swim across, so there is no progress to be made now. Can I just sleep? Yeah, just sleep by the shore. That should be okay. You lie down on a wooden jetty, watching the reflection of the moon on the rippling water, instead of ripply water or rippling. Try to pray. That's not going to do anything. You close your eyes, but do not try to sleep immediately. Instead, you attempt to pray, hoping that your devotion can attract a god to accompany you. For a while, all is quiet, and then you begin to feel a gentle presence at your side. You snap open your eyes and the sensation fades. Damn it. Whatever god was approaching has turned away once more. You stretch out and rest. You dream you are trapped in a low straw hut, its door sealed with bolts made of bones. A small fire is burning in one corner but quickly spreads since you are surrounded by flame. You feel yourself starting to sweat from the heat. And you wake up to find a ball of fire raging mere inches from you. Oh my god. So if I don't sleep in a safe spot, I have a bad dream and wake up to something awful. Oh my. The fire does not seem to be fueled. It is a ball about 3 feet wide, gushing with smoke and steam. A moment later, it unravels, uncurling into a long animal form. It is a firefox, and it is coming for your neck in a blaze of fur and fire. Can I, like, douse it with water? So this is the issue I have. It's if I sleep outside, I am going to... It's not going to work. This is awesome. Walk. Making a shield like that. That is fantastic. What else do we have, though? No, I'm not going to create a fireball. That probably won't do anything. Create a force field. Summons darkness. None of that's going to help me here. How about our... Sharpened blade? Yeah, let's do that. Oh, 9 versus 9. Alright. Using another handful of your beeswax, you rub down the blade of your Analan sword and weave your enchantment. The blade gleams and glitters as it sharpens itself into a razor blade edge. Then it is upon you. You draw your sword, ready to fight. I'm going all out. Nice. The firefox paces the earth before you, sparks of fire flashing across its fur. Driven by fear, you charge headlong, blade slicing the air. It rushes you, balling up and igniting as it flies through the air, only to skewer itself deeply on your blade. It twists and writhes. It limps back, bleeding heavily. Dark blue flames gutter between clumps of ragged fur. The firefox drops to a crouch. Ouch! That is 3? Firefox lashes out with its claws, but you react fast. Dropping back. You are badly burned. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Now, apples are not magical. I got holy water. I'm gonna keep that though. Eat. Okay. We'll go buy more. Where are we? Oh yeah, I stopped to eat 6 apples. Now let me attack. Ah, damn it. Just 2 though. That's solid. You put all your might into a sweep of the ruthless blade, hoping to finish the creature in a stroke. The blow catches the fire as it dodges back. As the firefox grows weaker, its eyes grow redder, but its fur begins to turn ash gray. This is gonna do 2 to me, right? 3 to me. Oh, that's so bad. The firefox slashes at you, trying to rip off your hide. Fling your sword up and knock it away. The monster crouches down and snarls. Alright, we're just gonna attack. Oh no, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna do a lot of damage, I think, if we don't hit it hard enough. You put all your strength into a swing of your vicious blade, but your sword cannot reach the firefox before it leaps. The beast is crawling, dragging its wounded belly through the mud below. Fire flickers along its back. Yeah, there's no way we would have gotten that. Okay, I'm gonna have to go buy a lot of apples. Excuse me, jeez, I don't know why that was so funny. The slathering beast charges for your throat, but you duck. Fern spittle flies past your head. The firefox's hind legs stiffen, preparing to pounce, and it's dead. Alright. 9 stamina loss. That thing is so crazy. You put all of your power into a sweep of your ruthless sword. The blow connects. The firefox collapses, and then a moment later ignites with a powerful flare. The pyre burns for a short instant, and when it fades, the creature is tight skin around bones with no flesh left. You collapse back, exhausted and scorched from the encounter. With luck, the rest of the night will be more peaceful. With luck, we could just jump into the water. The creature has no possessions, of course, but it has a fine array of teeth, including 4 front fangs that seem to glow with a faint heat. Yes, I'm taking it. With the tip of your sword, you dig out the first of the creature's fangs, but as you tug it free, the tooth cracks and suddenly erupts into flame. You drop it smartly, and the fire burns a moment longer before going out. Can we actually grab them? Working more carefully this time, you manage to extract 2 more fangs without incident. The third is harder work, but you cut and tug carefully and manage to extract it successfully. You wrap the teeth in cloth and put them into your pack. It will come in useful should you need to light a fire. The tiredness overwhelms you. Time to rest. The gleam on your sword edge fades. So resting gave me 2 stamina. My god. You lost a large amount of gold. You found no new clues. I didn't lose it, I spent it. The sun rises, bringing with it chatter and excitement, as stall holders and fishermen begin to gather at the shoreline. The sun has not yet crested the last peaks in the east. Alright, we're gonna get more apples. Alright, there we go. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is go to the shore, and we're gonna see if we can cross this thing. If we can cross it, we'll do that, and let's see. You call out for a boat, but they are well out of earshot. A few nearby people look at you strangely. Okay. You take out the whistle and blow it, but nothing happens. Presumably there is no ferryman here, at least not in this time. Not in this time? Oh, that's a very interesting clue. So, we're gonna need to get rid of the beam, apparently. I thought we would keep this so we could have this here, but maybe this beam we'll have to go back. Alright, so we'll have to go back to this tower, shift its direction, and then come back here, and hopefully there's a ferryman in the present, because right now we're in the past. Alright, so we'll do that next time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you then. Take care. Goodbye.